Grady White Boats' reputation for designing ruggedly elegant fishing boats is legendary. Our attention to quality, detail, and customer service is unmatched. From our Fisherman 180 and Coastal Explorers series to the unrivaled Canyon 456, you'll find no boat that rides better and offers more fishing amenities. Go ahead, experience fishing at its best. Get the Grady.
Hello, welcome to another edition of the Carolina Outdoor Journal. Well, today we're headed out for some striped bass, but we're going to be fishing topwater style. Going to be a great day.
It is, and anytime you catch striped bass, it's a great day on the water, but particularly on topwater, they seem to be just that much more aggressive when they hit a topwater bait, and just a lot of fun today.
On Gear Time, we'll take a look at what you need, but basically, Joe, it's a simple setup.
Yeah, the baits we're using are kind of dual purpose. You can use them for topwater largemouth fishing as well as striper fishing, so we'll go back and join the guys on the water, and they'll share some of the tricks to catching them on top.
On Nature Break, Kelly Davis is going to take us down to Lake Waccamaw.
Right, she's going to follow a team of biologists with the North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission as they take a look at the bottom life of Lake Waccamaw, some of the clams and snails that call Lake Waccamaw home.
All right, it's Nature Break with Kelly Davis. It's Gear Time and striped bass fishing, all right here on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Topwater rockfish. You think we can run across them today?
I think so.
I think so too. It's got that look.
Got low water and the tide coming in. Shallow water. Look,
There he is.
look, did you see him strike that? Look.
Get him, Dave.
They got excited then.
Get him, Dave. All right, Dave. Now what is this?
I thought
Give me,
maybe
Dave.
one would be right behind him.
Give me, Dave. Now we had no sooner than said what a beautiful morning to start out.
Start right out with.
Start out with.
I mean, look at this.
And the
fish.
man
This
has
is
got him
pretty
a
fish,
grown striper.
too. This is a nice
Look
pretty
at this striper.
Gosh, nice.
Yes, he is. Now, who said hammock clothes won't alive and well?
I don't think I'm gonna lip that one.
Come on.
Maybe I
I
can.
mean, he's a pretty one.
I mean, he kind of blew up.
I mean,
on
he kind of blew up on that bait.
All right,
And
buddy.
I had the opportunity for one. And I still believe there's another one out there.
Look at it. He was gonna take his time.
Man, get out. Bird, go on, leave us alone this morning.
It must look good, must look real. What is that in
Look,
there?
look, we drifting right in on his pile. Oh, it is a striper! It's
Did you see that
It's
fish?
a striper. Watch us get hung.
Oh man, that's a good one.
Let me trade
I
you.
mean a good one. Look at him pulling drag.
Let me get out in your way. I'm hooked
Look
up
at him
back.
pulling drag. Can you believe this?
Did you finally entice that fish?
I enticed him. Look, he won't even quit.
Dave. Well, come on, let me have one of them.
Throw out there.
No, I just want one.
If I've had one pull that good, I ain't had one pull that good in a long time. Let me get to this net.
You need some help, my man.
Strongest fish I have hooked. I see why too. He's
Why's that?
slightly a nice one.
Oh man, Dave, he is beautiful. Look at the broken lines on that fish.
See the broken lines right there?
Mm-hmm.
That's a beautiful fish.
Now you tell me.
Did he pull?
Did he? Did he not give you a fit?
I think he's ready to go.
I'm gonna change you up, buddy.
You ready to go? Sometimes they go in a little shock right to start with. You give him a chance to. Whoop!
Did he take off?
I think he wet me. He took off.
Let me have one.
The two I
you want me to tell you what it is?
The fish that was on was good, but them two that I've caught have
I think-
absolutely buried it.
I think what it is, he can feel how nervous and excited I am all the way through this line. Cause see there, he's blowing right out there on that structure.
I tell you, it's just one of the most exciting fishes to catch to me, as it is anywhere, is a rock on top water and shallow water. Well,
I think we need to try spot number 2.
looks like it. We'll throw one more time and then we got to
Watch him get blew up. I'm gonna try it one more time with you out front. I'm coming down the whole front row.
come on.
That was a pile. I mean, that was picture perfect a while ago. And you've got 2 out of that group of pilings and left me skunked.
How many blow-ups did you have?
I had about 3.
Well,
I had one on.
that's all we can do.
I know.
Right at the boat.
He chased it out.
Did
Oh,
he?
come back here, buddy. Yeah, he chased it out. He's come out in the, that's what we saw a while ago, run out the edge of that grass right there, chasing bait fish.
Small.
Yeah, he's a small one.
First small one
Come
we've
here.
seen this morning.
What are you trying to say, Dave?
I'm saying he hit good.
Come here. I'm happy.
I'm going right after one of them.
Okay. All right. Come here, buddy. If you'll just let me get hold of you before you tear off. Thank you. Thank you. He's not quite as big as yours, but I'll still take him. He's got small broken lines. But just think what he's going to be like in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Talking about we'll be back, buddy. Yes, sir. I'll take him. I think he come from out of this grass right here. I really do. I was just fixing to give up on him. I start off small, wind up with a big splash.
The way I saw him breaking bait over here, I thought we were going to get into him thick.
Me
right
too.
here. You gonna bump back?
I'm gonna owe a special thanks to the bird that toted my bait over there where that fish was at.
I noticed that. Yeah, I mean, it landed about 10 yards from where you were casting.
I aimed in one direction, the seagull takes it and totes it over about 10 foot and lays it on top of this fish's head. Look at here, look at here. Boy, that is a bowl and a half.
That is him.
Yeah, yes.
And he
Get up
busted it.
out of there, boy. Come on out of there. He hadn't realized he's hooked good
Oh,
yet.
he hadn't. He's going to realize it in a minute.
Look at the bulls behind him. Look at
Okay.
the bulls behind him. Dave, you better get up there and get you one
Now,
of them.
here's your net.
All right. I'm gonna try to see if I can deal with him without the net if I never get to that spook. Boy, is he beautiful. Look at him. And he's got the broken lines all over him too.
Come
They
into
under-
it, see him?
If I can ever get hold of this spook.
Oh, man. He's right behind mine. We won't hit it.
Come here. All right, Dave, check this one out, will you?
Broken line. Look at
Look
it.
here.
Broken
Look how
lines and
healthy.
all. And the other day we were fishing. No
I know.
broken
I
lines.
know, that was
All
solid-
straight.
solid
Means
stripe.
we got 2 different
Species.
Yep. And
These are hybrids.
And this is part of our stocking program that's paying off.
But I want you to look at for the summertime fishing, no sores on this
That
fish.
is
Look
as
how
healthy a
beautiful. That's
fish as you'll
beautiful.
find.
I love
Beautiful fish.
it. I love it. Give you a wake-up call this morning. Here is your food. You couldn't ask for it to be no prettier this morning.
No, you couldn't.
Just right for a beautiful blow-up. Well, I reckon it's a one-time deal. If you
One
run
time
out,
on each one of them.
if you run out of running room, this is it, huh? What was so bad about it, I saw this fish so many times.
He's gonna jump in the boat in a minute.
I know. Okay. I think we're pulling them up out in the edge of that grass.
Yeah, we are.
So?
We might have to bump up a little closer.
Because, see, I had originally thrown on a little pocket back there, but he chased it all the way out. Oh, there he is. Dave Rogers.
Hey, throw it right on top of it, Kenny. There's some more around.
Dave Rogers.
There's some more around.
Come on, Dave.
I
Now,
bet there
you've
was
got
10.
to give me an opportunity to hook one of these fish right
There
there
was
now.
about 10 fish
Dude,
around.
can I help you
when we
any
hit.
kind of way?
That's a nice, that's what, 16, 17 inch fish?
Yeah, that's a nice looking stripe. You got your pliers with
Yeah,
you?
I got everything, just fish.
Fish, okay. I hadn't give up yet, but I know he's gonna take that bait in a minute. That might have been it. We might have been sitting on top of them. Or they just running.
I think they're just running.
I think so too.
I really do.
Well, here's where we're gonna find out if the smaller spook works better. And I did change up colors. There he is.
Yeah.
Finally, the man has finally hooked up.
It looks like a good one. Let me see if there's a
The man has
follower there.
finally hooked up here. He couldn't stand that spook. Come on. Come here, buddy. I'm gonna try and lift you up now. Come on. Nice strike.
Woo. Isn't this great for the way this
That's
river's
beautiful.
putting out on?
Dave Rogers, I want you to look at this strike. I'm gonna get my hands on him in just a minute if he don't break my
You want that cloth?
Dave Rogers, I want you finally. I have got a chance to hook up on one of these rascals.
There
And
you
he
go.
wants to be right sassy this morning.
Got him?
Thank goodness. Is that a nice
Now
fish?
see the lines?
I know.
Is that?
But see, all the other ones had broken lines at the top.
Uh-huh.
This fish right here,
But
they're
that's,
pretty.
that's
They're
what,
healthy.
That's what a little management and a little stocking can do.
They
I mean,
don't-
this river is full of those. I mean, it's,
They don't even have sores on them, and people talking about
I
water
know.
being polluted. There's no
It's-
such thing down here, bud.
as pretty as you can see.
No such thing. That's beautiful. All right, buddy. What it is, I think they're just roaming around here so fast. They're not staying stationary. I've got grass again. I can tell every time. I think that's the ticket right there. They're just out here everywhere. They're running the bait fish so hard, they're running up and down this grass line or either running the bait back into the grass. And you're gonna get another blow up right now, just a second.
How many times you
Yeah,
been
come on, Bubba, come on.
Look,
He-
look.
look. Look at it, look at it. All right.
You got him?
Yes, sir.
at
Yes,
that
sir. Oh, I lost him.
Did you?
Yeah.
You're gonna have
I'm
dogs
gonna
on.
bump you back before you get in them pile of
All
dead.
right.
Now, you were talking about foul hook, it didn't matter.
Ooh,
I
Get it.
got you
Yeah,
this time,
great.
baby. Oh,
Good.
yeah, that's a good one, too.
oh man.
That's a pretty striker.
Yeah, that's a pretty one.
Good gracious. Hold on, baby. Come to me. Thank you, big boy. Pretty Pamela Cove River fishing here.
I mean, clear. You're
Clear
talking about
water.
looking at the bottom.
Yeah, look at this fish. Look at this fish. That's a pretty fish right there, bud.
Yeah, it is.
Come here. I'm gonna do you something a little different this time. Just calm down before you get out in the water now. Calm down. Okay.
And there's not hardly what, 2 foot of water here?
2 foot of water. I can see the bottom. Dave Rogers, I want you to take a good look at that fish right there.
Pretty, ain't it?
Isn't it pretty? Whew. That's a pretty fish. And now he don't have a broken line at all.
No, he doesn't have a one.
That's a river rock.
They must be mixed up. Some of them have,
That's
some
a
of them
pretty
are
fish right there.
hybrids, and some of them are.
Thank you. I just want to get my hands on another. And I did. Thank you.
Let me ask you this, is that the way to catch a striped bass or what?
Well, it is in my book. They're fun to catch on any size tackle, on any lure, really. Once you hook one, they're just a great fish to catch. But on top water, as we said earlier, I believe they hit a lot with a lot more abandon. They hit it to knock it down, and just a lot of fun.
All right, we'll talk about topwater lures. Let's do that on Gear Time. Gear Time is next here on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Today we're in Columbus County in southeastern North Carolina at Lake Waccamaw State Park, and we're here to look at rare animals. And they're not whales or wolves or woodpeckers. No, these animals live on the bottom of Lake Waccamaw. There are different kinds of snails and mussels, fish and crayfishes, and many of them are only found in this 9,000-acre lake. Now, keeping track of the animals that live in the lake is the job of biologists with North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission Non-Game and Endangered Wildlife Program with the help of funding from the Natural Heritage Trust Fund and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service's Endangered Species Fund. Now, the biologists inventory the animals that are in this state park as well as 12 other state parks. Here today with us is the team leader, Gabriella Motesi. First of all, Gabriella, why inventory rare animals in state parks?
Well, we're trying to inventory these parks because we're trying to find areas of large diversity of organisms in order to protect these areas and conserve them.
Okay, well, why is Lake Waccamaw such an oasis for rare animals?
Well, Lake Waccamaw is a naturally occurring bay lake, as there are a few of them in North Carolina, and within the lake there is a great calcium source, which allows for a great abundance of mussels and snails within the lake.
How does the population of animals in this lake compare with other bay lakes like Jones and Singletary?
Well, Jones and Singletary lakes are also bay lakes, and they're in Bladen County. And when inventorying those lakes, we found that the pH was much lower within those lakes, and there isn't the significant calcium source that we find here in Lake Waccamaw. Therefore, we don't have the mussels and the snails within those lakes that we do here within Lake Waccamaw.
Okay. What kind of role in the ecosystem do these animals play, particularly the mussels?
Well, the mussels are filter feeders, and so therefore they're a great indicator of water quality. They filter feed just about everything, phytoplankton, any chemicals or any pesticides or anything that are in the water are going to go through these mussels, so they indicate the quality of the water.
Okay, I understand why you do this. How do you do it? What are your methods?
Well, for fish and crayfish, we seine and dip net in these areas, and we also do visual and tactile searches for the mussels and the snails in the areas that are shallow, such as right here. We snorkel when it gets a bit deeper, and then in the deeper waters, such as in the middle of this lake, we will scuba dive. And what we'll do is we'll set up transects and search along the bottom of the lake for mussels and snails, and we'll also use mesh crates that we've put together to look through the substrate and find things such as pill clams or pea clams and snails and mussels.
Let's identify some of what you're likely to find in Waccamaw.
Okay, great. These are two species of snails. This is Campyloma decisum, the pointed campyloma that you find here pretty abundantly within the lake. This is Lioplax subcarinata, another species of snails, the Lioplax snail. Pretty. Yeah, very pretty. This is Corbicula. It's a species of mussel. It's an Asiatic clam. It's been introduced into the lake, and it's not endemic to the lake. It's pretty much found throughout North Carolina.
Endemic meaning?
Endemic meaning it only occurs within this lake.
Okay, so it doesn't only occur within this lake?
No, it's all over the state, unfortunately. This is the tidewater mucket. This is a state species of special concern, and it's found within this lake. This is the Waccamaw spike, and it is a state threatened species and a federal species of concern. And this is possibly endemic only to this lake.
You know, Gabriella, these animals just don't get the big press that more obvious ones do they?
No, that's very true, but they do form a vital part of this foundation of the ecosystem here at Lake Waccamaw, and therefore deserve much more attention than what they're getting.
Well said. From Lake Waccamaw, this is Kelly Davis. See you next week.
Thanks, Kelly. Another look at some natural life in North Carolina.
Yeah, and particularly here at Lake Waccamaw, again, we mentioned earlier in the show, this is an ongoing project with the Wildlife Commission, and they're looking at a number of lakes across the state who have populations of underwater life that they need to keep up with, and if anything needs to be done to protect them, they can institute that.
Back to the stripers. Catching a striper is one thing, but when you can catch them and actually see them take the lure, that gets my motor going.
Well, and anybody's, it's just like a bluefish blitz. When they get into that feeding mode, they'll literally hit anything you throw at them. But throwing a good quality top water bait at them and bringing it across the surface and watching them hit it, that's just what it's all about.
All right. Well, for Joe Albee, I'm John Moore. Thanks for joining us on this edition of the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Make sure to visit our website for more information.
Grady White boats are known for uncompromising quality through exceptional attention to detail. On every model, from 18 to 45 feet, we incorporate exclusive features and quality components that you won't find on any other boat brands. Our exclusive CV2 hull design is ranked highest in every third-party survey done in the marine industry. so every day on the water will be a great day, no matter the conditions. Ask any Grady White owner and they'll tell you, get the Grady.